Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Memorial Day for WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. We begin this Memorial Day broadcast with moments from this morning's Hazleton area ceremony. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich has more.
The annual Hazleton Memorial Day ceremony took place at St. Gabriel Cemetery on Poplar Street to honor the fallen servicemen and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Many were in attendance today as restrictions were lifted from the pandemic.
Actually, it feels really good to see that we're able to get back out. We're still obviously practicing social distancing and everything like that for the pandemic, but it's nice that we can get on. Today's a very special day, Memorial Day. It's not all about hot dogs and hamburgers on a grill. If you look around, you see all these flags. This is what it's all about, that we honor those that have gone before us and gave us our lifestyle.
The first Memorial Day service took place on May 30th, 1868 at Arlington National Cemetery. It was originally known as Decoration Day and was later designated as Memorial Day at the turn of the 20th century. Decades later, we pause to honor and remember those who have fought for our freedom.
I'd like to just have everybody take today I know it's a busy day, but take time in silent prayer. Just be grateful and thankful for what we have and why we have it with our veterans. And if you're out in the public and you see a veteran, strike a conversation, buy him a coffee or maybe buy him a dinner. And I'm sure if you sit down and talk to him, it will make his or her day, because that's what it's all about, honor our people that fought for us.
Members of the Hazleton Fire Department, the American Legion Post 76, and guest speaker Joe Scarcella took part in today's event, along with a member of the Hazleton Area Marching Band who shared his talents with the attendees.
I feel honored that I'm able to utilize this thing to appreciate the people that died for us, A lot of people don't really think of it as much, but if we're looking at other countries, this is complete luxury because of these people out here. So I'm very glad that I'm able to be part of the memorial for these people.
So take time today to thank those that have served and keep those who are currently on the front lines in your thoughts and prayers. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thank you, Julie. Now over to West Hazleton, where Memorial Day ceremonies kicked off this morning on Washington Avenue. Although there wasn't a parade this time around, two back-to-back ceremonies were held this morning in the borough of West Hazleton to honor our fallen after COVID interrupted the observance of Memorial Day last year.
We are coming back. At least we didn't have to wear masks this year, and it's a little bit sunny for a change, which is a great thing. We must always honor our veterans and the sacrifices they gave and their lives, and we just can't ever forget that.
The West Hazleton Fire Department blocked off the roads to allow the small crowd gathered around the Blue Star and Vietnam War monuments on Washington Avenue to shine some light on those who have fallen defending our country and those who continue to bravely serve. The West Hazleton VFW Post 8253 chaplain and commander kicked off the ceremony before the crowd heard a few words from West Hazleton Mayor John Chura. Vanessa Vacosa also sang the Star-Spangled Banner and God Bless America before the VFW took over with the 3-volley salute and taps to honor our fallen troops. The same type of ceremony was also performed right after in front of the monument up the hill by the bank at McKenna's Corners. And finally, we make our way over to the borough of Cunningham, where our Philip Kaufman has the recap of this morning's parade.
Main Street in Cunningham was packed with parade goers as a procession of veterans, Boy Scouts, public figures, Little League players, emergency personnel, and more as they made their way here to the borough's municipal building, gathering around the gazebo as we shared prayer, stood for the anthem, pledged allegiance, and heard a variety of quotes and speeches.
So everybody in attendance today, I want to thank you for joining us to honor these brave soldiers that lost their life defending our great nation.
Needless to say, after a year of cancellations, this community came together and honored those who have served our country.
I want to thank the VFW, the CVCO, the Planning Committee, and everybody who helped put this great event together today. I understand this past year, it's been hard for everybody. Everybody has been affected by it differently. Full year of unclarity, uncertainty, regulation, but we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel now, so I'm happy to see everybody here healthy today.
State Representative Tara Toohill spoke as well, giving a history lesson of the day and teaching us all why we take this day for honoring and remembering.
Today we are remembering our soldiers that have served and died to preserve our freedoms. Nowhere on earth are citizens of any nation more blessed than we are here as a country. Since the founding of our great nation, whenever our freedoms have been threatened, American men and women have answered the call of duty and responded to that resolve. There's many people here with us today that have served our country and have fought for our country, and we want to thank you all today as well. Many of them have lost their friends and family members who have served us, and this Memorial Day is a memorial for them as well.
So while the barbecues and celebrations may be fun, remember the reason we have this day to celebrate in the first place. The lives given to make sure that we can spend it free.
I would also like to end my speech with one of my favorite quotes. Our nation owes a debt to our fallen heroes that we can never fully repay. We can only honor their sacrifices.
Reporting from Cunningham with WYLN News, I'm Philip Kaufman.
Thank you, Phil. A weekend fire claimed the life of a woman in Carbon County. Firefighters were called to 405 Center Avenue in Jim Thorpe around 5:30 Sunday morning to find the house fully engulfed in flames. The home was deemed a total loss and owned by Thomas and Lynn Highland. Lynn died during the fire, and Thomas was taken to the Lehigh Valley Burn Center in Allentown for treatment of both first and third-degree burns. Thomas is the well-known business owner of Highland Beverage in Jim Thorpe. 2 state police fire marshals were called to investigate the cause of that fire in Carbon County. A Sunday night crash knocked out power for nearly 2 hours in Luzerne County. The crash happened around 11 Sunday night on Route 93 near Cunningham, where police say the driver took out 3 utility poles. The driver was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay, but nearly 400 homes were without power for 2 hours while crews cleared the wreck. Route 93 was shut down in both directions until around 8 this morning. A search is underway for an elderly Freeland man reported missing Saturday night. Ronald Burns was last seen several blocks north of his home near the library on Front Street Friday afternoon. He's described as a white male standing at about 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighing about 150 pounds with a white beard and hair. He also has a medical condition and may be wearing a gray and blue striped shirt with dark pants. Anyone with information should not call the police station, but instead call Luzerne County 911 immediately. And coming up on WYLN News, details on our Little League Game of the Week, plus new date, new venue, new Hazleton Hall of Fame inductees. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kits. We'll be right back.
My name is Alexander Vinoho. I'm 12 years old, and this is your WYLN forecast for the week.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing
for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Did you know that WYLN News provides news updates every weekday afternoon
at 1, 3, and 5 here on TV and on social media?
Did you also know you can watch WYLN News on the go by visiting our website or YouTube page?
Now more than ever,
WYLN is your local news leader.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. You want a great deal? You're looking for a great truck? You want a great selection? Come check us out. We've got trucks, whether you want a Warlock, a Rebel, whatever trim level you want, we've got them. We've got a plethora of Ram vehicles. We've got a plethora of Jeep vehicles. Why am I using that word? How else do you describe all this inventory? Here's the big close. Don't forget, Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton has the lowest price guaranteed.
Our Wyln sports crew is proud to present you live local Little League baseball. Buy those peanuts and Cracker Jacks for our live game of the week this Thursday, June 3rd, as Jimmy's Quick Lunch takes on E&B Construction. Tune in Thursday night at 6 for all the live local action right here on Wyln TV, your home for live local sports. The game will also rebroadcast on Saturday at noon. Wyln's all-time OT hero Marty Burns has the in-depth analysis of what's happening on and off-season across our viewing area. Joe Clark's back on this week to represent the 2021 Hazleton Hall of Fame. So, in case you missed it, let's talk sports. Here's part 1.
Joe, thanks for joining us. An exciting time coming up here for the Hazleton Sports Hall of Fame.
It is, and we appreciate the time, Marty, to get the information out about the Hall of Fame, since we were put down by the pandemic last year. So we're trying to come back and get the information out there to the public.
Well, and it's a good segue into my first question. Hazleton Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony, like so many things last year, gone due to the COVID pandemic. But you're back here in 2021 with a new date and a new site.
Right. It's Sunday, September 19th. We're always the third Sunday of September. And with the demise of the Genetti Motor Lodge, we will be at Capriati's Plaza in McAdoo.
And I understand, before we get to this year's induction class, some of the classifications that you've had in past classes won't be there, but hoping to get them back in the future.
Right. We weren't sure as to the number. When we planned this, we talked with Capriati's. The number was 200 at that point. It appears now at the end of the month the governor's going to lift all restrictions. So we eliminated the posthumous category. We eliminated the Veterans Committee appointment, and we omitted the civic administrative type thing to try to cut down on the number of guests. But hopefully next year, 2022, those categories will be put back in.
Coming up on Nescapec's News Choice, details on an upcoming golf tournament hosted by the Freeland Whippets and Community and You. Plus, who's leading the way this week? Stay with us and find out.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialist, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Why don't you watch Let's Talk Chiropractic this week? You know, the average American is in 5.1 car accidents before they die. Kat was in a car accident. She chose chiropractic and massage. See how we changed her life.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazelton, 570-454-7229.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman on WYLN TV 35. Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 4, Sundays at 9.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Community and You. We are joined by Krista Platukis of the Freeland Whippets. She is a board member of. And today we're going to be talking about an event that's coming your way. 6th annual event, I believe. And it's going to be a golf tournament, so you better get those putters and drivers out. So why don't we start off, just tell us a little bit about the event itself.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it. Yeah, this is actually the 6th annual golf tournament. We did have one last year in the midst of COVID. Obviously, though, we had to have like a little bit of an abbreviated version. We weren't able to have the banquet or anything afterwards, but people did come out and we so appreciated their support for that. But this year it's back and better than ever. It is going to be, our full golf tournament. We're going to have it's going to be the last weekend in June 26th. And it's going to be at Sand Springs Golf Club in Drums. And we're going to have a shotgun start at 8 o'clock. Registrations will start at 7. And then the full tournament. And then afterwards, we are going to have a banquet at Sand Springs with their delicious food and prizes and just a lot of fun.
Yeah. And this event, it's been going on for a little while. Can you tell us a little bit about past events? And I know we were talking earlier about just kind of last year's event, how that kind of changed and what had happened and just everything that goes on with it.
Right, yeah, so when we first started the golf tournament, we had a great response, and we were so grateful to the community and everybody who came out to participate, all the sponsors, the businesses that helped us put it together. And we're so grateful to Sand Springs as well because they've been so welcoming and so accommodating for us. Like I said, last year we had kind of like an abbreviated version, but luckily by that point the governor had opened up golf courses, so we were able to have the event as scheduled. It's just that we weren't able to they weren't able to allow us to have the banquet facilities because of the restrictions. So we kind of just did like little bagged lunches, but we still had the prizes, we still had the full tournament. This year though, thankfully, everything is hopefully getting back to normal. So we're able to have the full tournament like we've had in the past for the past like 4 years, minus the 5th year. So we're going to have, like I said, registrations are going to start at 7 o'clock. They are, you can have, we'll have mulligans to purchase. There's also going to be, some really nice prizes. And shotgun start at 8, full tournament, and then afterwards we're going to have the banquet at Sand Springs. So we're really looking forward to it. We've had a wonderful turnout, a lot of support. People really look forward to it. Plus, it's an opportunity, for something for people to do in the area and support a really good cause.
And that cause, can you tell us a little bit about what people are supporting?
Sure. They're going to be supporting the Freeland Whippets. Okay, we're a midget football association. We have tackle football, we have cheer, and just recently in the past couple of years we've added flag football as well. So it's open for little ones starting at age 5 all the way up to 13. We have 4 teams in tackle. It's based on age and weight restrictions and things like that, so it makes it fair across the board for the playing field. We play teams from all over the area. In fact, we've actually had interest from teams as far away as Towanda to join, our league. So we play teams up in the Wilkes-Barre area, as well as here locally. So it's a great opportunity for kids to learn, sportsmanship, organization, time management, and just structure. So the kids really like it. They have fun. I mean, it's so cute to see the little ones, 5, 6, 7-year-old, starting out just learning the fundamentals of the game, and then progressing from there. But and it gets the kids ready to then move on into the high school football.
Yeah, and for people who are interested in coming, any information they need to know, anything, especially now. I mean, you guys have masks available,
we do.
But should they purchase those masks so that they could come to this event?
Well, we do have. If you go onto our website, it's freelandwhippets.com. Masks are available for purchase, and then we're also going to have the registrations up on our website soon, so people could go there and sign up. It's going to be $85 per golfer, $325 for a team. Like I said, once they get there, there'll be other additional things, skins, mulligans, things that they could purchase if they choose to. But everything is going to be available on our website, freelandwhippets.com. So they could just go there, click on it, sign up. They could either do it individually or as a foursome, or even two people at a time. However they want to do it, they're more than welcome. Like I said, we're just so grateful, for people to come out and participate and support our organization.
All right. Well, folks, June 26th, mark your calendars, get your putters ready, get your drivers ready, and get out to Sand Springs Golf Course to support a great cause, the Freeland Whippets. I'm excited. I kind of want to see the Freeland Whippets in play. It sounds like a great time.
It's a good time. It's a good time, yeah.
Well, thank you for talking with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely.
We truly appreciate it.
Thank you. And thank you, folks, for joining us here on Community and You on WYLN.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
Everyday low prices.
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Tony Colombo's leading the way to kick off this week's series.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leading the Way, where we explore the backstories of those paving NEPA towards a better future. This week, we're joined by Tony Colombo. Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
And folks, we're going to be starting off this Leading the Way a little bit differently today because today's an important day. And after talking with Tony prior to us coming on the show together, we decided that we're going to discuss this Monday, Memorial Day, and talk about why it's important to honor those who have fought for our country and have unfortunately lost their lives for our country. So, Tony, why don't we start off, tell us a little bit about for those who don't know the significance of Memorial Day. I think a lot of people think of it as just a regular holiday. They think, oh, it's a day off. But why don't we talk about the importance of this day?
I think too many people think today is, like you said, a day off, a barbecue in the backyard, hot dogs and hamburgers, but that's not the reason. The real reason is, like I said today in our Mass in the cemetery, why are we here? You look around the cemeteries and you see hundreds of flags flapping in the wind on veterans' graves, and that's why we have today our way of life, because of those soldiers that have gone before us and those that continue to fight for us. So I tell people, take time in silent prayer and pray that our veterans that have passed before us are at their best, and those that are still in harm's way will come home safe. And if you see a veteran, just strike a conversation. You'll make their day.
And about today, I mean, you're here in uniform. We were talking about you had an early morning. You were out there today. Can you talk to us a little bit about the event you guys held today?
Well, we did. We last several years we've been back hooking up with Father Mary Hughes at St. Gabriel Cemetery Chapel. At 10 a.m. he has a mass for parishioners of St. Gabriel's in the city of Hazleton. And following the mass, what we do, we call it the Hazleton Fire Department Remembers. And I'm very fortunate to have Chief Leschko, who allows me to do what we do. The guys, we all come out together in the cemetery. We march in, and we offer remarks what the importance of today is to our department. And then we usually have a speaker that, try to get someone that's involved in the military to give their side of it. And today we had a great speaker. We had Joe Scarcella, a Coast Guard veteran, that he told people what the importance of today is. Like I said earlier, it's not just a cookout.
And I guess going into that, you kind of mentioned some things to do today for people to reflect on. Could you highlight that a little bit more for people? Just what can they do today to remember and honor those people?
Well, today's an important day. So most veterans they're at programs or at masses, so they're pretty much in uniform, or whether they have a hat on, something that identifies them as a veteran. So if you're in a local one of a restaurant or a coffee shop, go up to them and strike a conversation, buy them a coffee, buy them dinner, and I guarantee if you sit down with a veteran and talk to them, you'll make their day, his or her day, because they feel appreciated. And if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have it. And last night, as I was thinking, I was watching that National Memorial Day concert from Washington. Humbling, I was honored once to be there live. Everybody should watch it. It's very humbling to see what these guys go through. They're in the trenches. People are afraid, well, I don't want to go to church out in the cemetery because it's raining. Well, these guys were in mud to their ears. They never thought about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Folks, thank you for joining us today. We'll come back tomorrow as Tony starts off with our Leading the Way, talking about Tony a little bit, into part 2 of tomorrow's segment. Have a good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page or WYLNTV.com. You can also find LVHN's real facts about COVID-19. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.